Russian airstrikes in Syria have allowed the Syrian government to regain lost ground while also killing hundreds of people. Now it appears they're coming to an end. Russian President Vladimir Putin says they've achieved what they came to achieve. Back in September, that was helping Syrian President Bashar al-Assad fight what he calls terrorists.
I believe that the goal set out to the Ministry of Defence and the Armed Forces has overall been fulfilled, and that's why I ordered the Minister of Defence, as of tomorrow, to start the pull-out of the main part of our military grouping from the Syrian Arab Republic.
The Syrian government was told about the decision. A statement from Assad says it was a joint one. The Syrian opposition is cautious. The timing of the announcement was significant. It was made at the same time as UN-led talks were going on in Geneva. The message from Putin to his diplomats: it's their turn.
Our diplomacy has received the marching order to intensify our efforts to achieve a political settlement in Syria. So I think that it should be. Well, we believe that we have helped undercut their infrastructure, undermine their infrastructure, destroy much of their infrastructure. The fight against terrorists there is going to continue.
Moscow will keep control of an airbase in Latakia, and they still have control of a port in Tartus.
It's a good timing because of the talks. The airstrikes have already declined, so pulling out the air forces is not a major, it won't have much effect on the battle. Plus, they made clear, or Putin made clear, that Russia will keep access to its bases so they can easily come back in the future.
Russia's airstrikes were expensive, but they might have bought Moscow something priceless: global political influence, especially in dealing with the US.
They used military force, but more importantly, they did it as part of creating a diplomatic political process where now Russia co-chairs the political process with the United States, which is a dramatic increase in Russian power and influence over this process.
But a military pullback from Russia does not mean there'll be real progress in talks on Syria. There are many other players in the war, and many of them are still on the ground willing to fight. Caroline Malone, Al Jazeera.